Welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at the top 20 cryptocurrencies by market cap. We're going to start with Leo, followed by Link, AVAX, Stellar, Ton, Sui, HBAR, SHIB, Bitcoin Cash, and with Litecoin number 20. Let's get straight into it. Leo against USD. So Leo, in my opinion, is still in an uptrend. We are still clearly above the skinny pink line. And Leo is at number 11. It's almost creeping into the top 10. So I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Anyway, Leo is almost at $10. I suspect there could be a deep fall coming on for Leo. Not too sure, but I feel like there could be a deep fall. So that's Leo for you. Link, here we are for Link. It's Link BTC is still down. We've already taken out these lows, so I suspect that there could be more downside to come for Chainlink as it potentially drops to sub 1,000. We're at 1,485. So could we still head lower? Yeah, we're still in a downward trend. Lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower lows. Yeah, we're just getting lower lows and lower highs until we see a higher high, right? Until we clearly see a higher high. It's still in a downward trend. We're still, under the skinny pink line. So Link is not looking too good against BTC. Hopefully it's about to end soon though. Anyway, we have a target over here for Chainlink, and we've already hit targets at 1136. So we were anticipating this noisy area to be hit, and it has already hit, right? We made this call way back in March, 10th of March. And so we were like, I think it's going to drop lower, 1136. We've crossed the skinny pink line, and more likely than not, this noisy area is going to be hit. So for Chainlink, we've hit targets. Ta-da! Could this be the end? Could there still be a little bit more downside? Yeah, sure. Could we be clearing all these cells? Sure. Any signs of a reversal yet? No. We could be crossing back under $10 though. And then maybe after that, we rally. Again, I'm not too sure, right? The biggest noisy area is over here. So we may drop back to $7. Honestly, we could drop back to $7. So we're going to have to take things one step at a time. And target has been hit, 1136. We were anticipating a rally after hitting targets. And yeah, the rally is in. But we're under the skinny pink line. So I would assume that Chainlink is already in a bearish trend. So even if we were to rally, I'm going to assume that the skinny pink line is going to act as a resistance, bouncing back down as we head lower. Sure, we could do something like this, right? Cross the skinny pink line, we switch bearish. Of course, out of nowhere, suddenly it goes higher somewhere. Yeah, but it doesn't really matter. As long as we're under the skinny pink line, we will remain with a bearish bias. So if anything, we'll be looking for shorts, and we'll be looking for a bearish continuation chart pattern. And of course, when it comes to trading, we have to have stop losses. So at this point of time, will be wise to have a stop loss, right? So yeah, there we go. 1136 has been hit for Chainlink. AVAX against BTC. Here we are for AVAX. AVAX is still dropping lower. Any signs of a reversal? No. Are we going to drop past 2000? We did drop past 2000 though. Could this be like a falling channel in the making as we break higher towards the skinny pink line? Maybe. Sure. But nothing much for us to work with at this point of time. AVAX against USD. I still think that AVAX is going to drop much more to sub $10. Right now at 19.95. So another 50% more likely than not to come for AVAX. So more downside is to be expected. We're still seeing lower highs, lower lows. Even if we were to rally, I'm going to assume that the skinny pink line is going to act as resistance as we drop lower. Stellar Lumens, Stellar against BTC. It's not looking too good, right? We keep dropping lower. Yes, there's a bit of a noise here. So we might hit the skinny pink line and bounce a little bit. But if we were to slice through the skinny pink line, this would mean that Stellar Lumens will be beginning its bearishness again towards the downside. There are many times where Stellar broke above the skinny pink line, but it always comes back down. This could be the same thing as well. So be very careful. Stellar Lumens against USD. We'll look at it on Coinbase. So again, just a gentle reminder, Stellar Lumens is in a huge squeeze. So we have two targets, $1 and $3.47. We're at 23 cents right now. So eventually we're gonna see a return back up, right? Could this be the bottom? Yeah, could be. We would love to see proper consolidation first before heading higher. I still think eventually this is just a matter of time before we see Chainlink, Stellar Lumens head towards $1 and then $3.47. I think we're gonna go past $3.47 into potentially close to $10 though. But we'll talk about 347 first, right? So yeah, this is a very, very huge accumulation. So there could be a very, very huge rise coming on for Stellar. I like this chart pattern very, very much. But the hardest part is to find an entry at the bottom, right? If possible. If not, we'll have to wait for the bounce, a retrace, then we get in, right? Of course, if we could get in at the bottom of this, would be nice, but we're not too sure yet. So we're gonna have to take things one step at a time. Moving back down to the daily, you will see that there's a noisy area over here, and so we've already taken out all of the sell clusters here, right? Could we still be dropping much lower? Yeah, sure, of course. Any signs of a reversal yet? No. We're still getting, if you look very carefully, lower highs. It's all lower highs. So low. Yeah, it's still in a downwards trend. So the trend is your friend. Bitcoin against BTC is down. Anything for us to work with? No. Bitcoin against USD. There was a bearish continuation chart pattern. We dropped lower. We rallied higher. And I feel like we are going to continue lower. Right, there's a big sell coming on. Sure, we could rally. But I still think that this is a bearish continuation chart pattern in the making for Toncoin. Of course, we are already in the zone of the noisy area here. Right, the upper border. I suspect we could be dropping lower to potentially $2. But yeah, we're in a bearish trend. So for Toncoin, I'm expecting more downside at this point of time. SUI against BTC. Here we are for SUI. SUI is right at the skinny pink line, but we've already crossed it. Right, we rallied up. There is resistance. Suspect that we are continuing lower for SUI against BTC. I don't think it's done yet. SUI against USD is also under the skinny pink line. We hit resistance. I still think we're going to be dropping lower. So for me, I think SUI is, yeah, it's not looking too good. So I would assume that more likely than not, we're going to be clearing this and this eventually. Dropping to 150, sub 150, I would say. But no clear targets because the chart pattern just really isn't that high quality, I would say. So yeah, we have to be very, very careful. I suspect we might get something like this, right? A rally, and you might think it's nothing, and relax, bam, right? Relax, it's nothing, bam. As we drop lower to, yeah, closer to $1, right? The biggest noise is here. So this is sub $1. Is it possible? Sure. We would love it if there was a bearish continuation chart pattern, but we have not seen it yet. So we're going to have to take things one step at a time for SUI. HBAR against BTC is down. We've touched the skinny pink line. For me, I think HBAR is going to drop lower, at least to this noisy area. I still suspect we're going to be slicing through because that's what HBAR has always been doing. Every time we cross back up above the skinny pink line, we always get slapped down, right? There's no clear sustained move above the skinny pink line for HBAR against BTC ever. So it's still bearish to me, right? We may drop a bit lower and after that, come back up. But yeah, once you touch it, I don't have a good feeling about it. Like for example, when we crossed here, right? I'm like, yes, we can back up, but I don't have a good feeling about it. And yeah, eventually we drop much lower. Against USD, HBAR is also touching the skinny pink line. So I suspect that HBAR is going back under 10 cents. We can just pull a Fibonacci retracement up. And 10 cent will coincide with, potentially 618. We are at 0.5. So my assumption is we're going to 0.618. Oh, sub 10 cents. That's pretty nice, huh? The number. But yeah, more likely, more downside for HBAR. SHIB against USD. Here we are for Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu with a target over here, 965. We are still expecting downside. We are still in a bearish trend. Lower highs, right? Under the skinny pink line. So more downside for Shiba Inu. Bitcoin Cash against BTC. Still in a downwards trend. Again, every time we go above the skinny pink line, we come back down, come back down. It's not looking too good, boys. Not at this point of time, but the USD pair is looking fantastic. Why is the USD pair looking fantastic? Because the USD pair is in a very, very gigantic, high quality, just like Stellar Lumens, high quality accumulation, high quality bullish chart pattern. Very, very likely we're going to get a spike out eventually for Bitcoin Cash. And the target for Bitcoin Cash, just a normal weekly reminder, fortnightly reminder, is 23,000. So we're at 332. There is buying pressure though. I kind of like what I see, but we're still in a downward trend because it's a lower high. We have to see a higher high first. We have to take out this high, go above the skinny pink line, take out this high, stay above it, consolidate, complete, and inverse head and shoulders. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Oh, fantastic! This will be a chart pattern of dreams. But again, we're still down, so there is a likelihood that we could still drop lower to like $200 potentially. But I don't see the chart pattern for Bitcoin Cash. So Bitcoin Cash is a little bit harder when it comes to putting on a low trade rate. So the confirmation that things are about to switch bullish and going to go potentially bananas is breaking above the skinny pink line, right, and seeing higher highs. That will be the sign, in my opinion, that a breakout is imminent for Bitcoin Cash. LTC against BTC. So here we are for LTC. We are still under the skinny pink line, not really looking too good. Litecoin against USD is also rallying, but I suspect we might be clearing all these sell clusters right before heading higher. So to me, yeah, we were saying, hey, probably we're gonna take out these lows, and we did. Any signs of nothing for us to work with at this point of time. So we're gonna have to wait for some clarity first from the Litecoin wheels. Alright, boys and girls, hope you guys enjoyed it. See you in the next one. Ta-ta!